Welcome to Filmy Recaps. Today we're diving into Drishyam 2. Let's get started. The sequel opens with a calm view of Pondalam, Goa, where Vijay Salgaonkar is now the proud owner of a cinema hall. His family life appears peaceful, but there's an underlying tension that lingers from the events of the first film. Vijay's wife, Nandini, still carries the trauma from what happened, and their daughters, Anju, and Anu, have grown older. In this scene, the cinematography captures the contrast between the peaceful surroundings and the unresolved tension in the Salgaonkar family. Vijay's demeanor is calm, but it's clear that the weight of the past still haunts them. Nandini is shown having nightmares and worrying about the police. She is anxious that the truth about Sam's disappearance will eventually come to light. She shares her concerns with Vijay, who tries to reassure her, but his stoic face suggests that he too is wary of the threat of discovery. This scene emphasizes Nandini's paranoia and the growing fear that something could go wrong. The family's quiet life is overshadowed by constant fear. Inspector General Meera Deshmukh makes a return to the story. Now retired, she is still devastated by her son Sam's mysterious disappearance. She remains determined to find out the truth. Meera's husband tries to comfort her, but she's consumed by grief and her need for justice. This scene reintroduces the emotional stakes for Meera, showing her resilience and the emotional burden she continues to carry. Her grief is palpable, and it is clear that she won't give up easily. A new police officer, Inspector Tarun Ahlawat, takes over the investigation into Sam's disappearance. Tarun, who is an old friend of Meera, is determined to find the truth. He reopens the case, setting off a chain of events that puts the Salgaonkar family back under scrutiny. The suspense builds as we see how meticulous and sharp Tarun is, contrasting with the relaxed demeanor of Vijay, who remains calm despite the reopening of the case. As the police start snooping around again, Vijay anticipates their moves and takes action. He meets with people in the town, subtly ensuring that their past alibis remain intact. Vijay also begins to consult with a lawyer, preparing for the worst. This shows Vijay's cleverness and foresight, which helped him escape justice in the first movie. The cinematography highlights how Vijay operates behind the scenes, always one step ahead of the police. At home, Nandini and Anju are visibly anxious as the police come closer to finding out the truth. Anju, who still suffers from PTSD, experiences panic attacks whenever the case is mentioned. Nandini struggles to hold the family together, but her growing fear is evident. The emotional burden is heavy on the Salgaonkar family, and it's taking its toll. This scene focuses on the emotional strain the situation has put on the family, contrasting with Vijay's calm exterior. Inspector Tarun uncovers a new lead, a witness who claims to have seen Vijay near the crime scene. This adds pressure on Vijay, but instead of panicking, he makes a calculated move. In a flashback, we see that Vijay had anticipated this and already manipulated the situation to protect himself. The scene masterfully builds tension, showing Vijay's intelligence and his ability to control every aspect of the situation. In a climactic confrontation, Meera and Taran try to pressure Vijay into confessing. They confront him in a meeting, presenting their evidence and hinting that they know the truth. But Vijay, with his calm demeanor, subtly turns the tables, leaving them frustrated and without enough proof to arrest him. The emotional intensity in this scene is palpable, as Meera is torn between her grief and frustration at not being able to pin down the truth, while Vijay remains as calm as ever. Vijay's final plan is revealed in a dramatic twist. He had buried Sam's body in a new location, the foundation of his new movie theater. The police, upon realizing this, are left stunned, but they are unable to dig up the body without a warrant. VJ, always one step ahead, has created a scenario where the truth will never fully surface. The tension reaches its peak in this scene, and VJ's brilliance in executing his plan is fully revealed. The emotions in the scene are a mix of frustration, relief, and shock as the characters realize they have been outwitted once again. The final scene shows VJ and his family trying to return to normal life, but the emotional scars remain. The police, although defeated, are still watching them closely. VJ knows that he has narrowly escaped, but the toll it has taken on his family is evident. Nandini and Anju remain haunted, while VJ walks away with a heavy burden on his shoulders. The movie ends with a shot of VJ looking out into the distance, hinting that while they may have escaped for now, the past will always linger. Do like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more movie recaps. Watch movies and stay filmy until next time.